Hey-o.
Hey-o.
What's up, dudes? It's Erin.
This is Nicole.
Welcome to Dude That's Fucked Up.
Did you get a haircut?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got your hair done. It looks good.
I got it cut. I got it dyed.
Uh-huh.
It's like I didn't do anything to it today, so I look like a 12-year-old. But
You didn't get a, I thought you were going to get a mom haircut.
fuck that. I'm gonna try to look as young as possible for as long as possible.
Good. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Preemptive Botox. Here I come.
Once the baby's out of there.
Somebody said to me, because I mentioned, like, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be 35 in a couple months, and they were just like, I never thought about how old you are. I was like, really? They're like, yeah, you're like, they're like, it never occurred to me that you're an age. I'm like, yes, my vampire dreams are coming true.
That's so funny. Oh.
I was like, oh, I don't know if that's a compliment or not. And they're like, no, it's a compliment. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, take it as a compliment.
I do.
I always love when people are like, oh, how old are you? And I'm like, well, now I'm 35. And they're like, what? Oh, my God. You should not tell people that. You look much younger.
Yeah, it ruins the whole illusion when you actually give it up.
And then I feel like, then people feel sorry for me after they know that or something. Like, they're like, older people, I don't mean older people. And I'm like, my God. I'm not a senior fucking citizen, you guys. Like,
oh my God. I think it's so great when it's like shocks people when you tell them how old you are. Because you still look really young. Mm-hmm. I still look really young.
Yeah.
Good genes, man.
Dude, and skincare, we've talked about it before. You know what? Fucking sunscreen, it's important. Every day, sunscreen. Doesn't matter if it's cloudy out, if you're going to be in the car.
Especially if it's cloudy out. That's the worry. Yeah. That's the danger zone.
That's when they get you. But also, especially in the car, I have like sunspots on one side of my face from driving.
I do too.
Yeah, and it's because I didn't wear sunscreen when I was younger and I was in the car a lot. And, yeah.
Listen, I go to the dermatologist every year. Just check all my flaps.
Your flaps?
My piss flaps, my leg flaps. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Just to make sure there's no hidden, spots.
Yeah.
That
listen.
Are
that's good.
You got to take care of yourself.
I have a lot of moles, so I got to make sure, it. At first, you're like, oh, no, this mole has a hair growing out of it. Then you find out that's a good thing.
Oh, yeah. If you have – so, wait. There's a hair growing out of it, that means it's, like,
healthy.
Not, like, necrotic or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it's, like, good. But they always cut one off, but it's never the one I want them to cut off. I'm like, what about this weird one that's, like, maybe a skin tag mole combination? Like, it's, like, very, like, skinny – it's like skin heavy. It's like
they're like it keeps getting caught on things. Can you just take it?
The hair growing out of it is very long, and it's on my back. And when I wear a tank top, I could feel it like
pulling.
And Pete had to pull it out one time when we were at the beach. He's all, ew, there's like a long hair on your back. I was like, ew. He's like, do you want me to get it? I was like, yeah.
And it's like the one hair that never like bleaches out with the rest of your hair when it's in the sun. It just stays like gnarly and black, and you're like, fuck.
I'll go full gray, hair, pubes, everything, and that fucking mole will still have a black hair in it. And it'll be like coarse.
I have a mole on my arm that a hair grows out of it that I have to pluck on the reg. I'm just glad that I don't have one on my face yet. I'm sure that'll come all in good time.
Oh my God, I have one. It keeps growing in over here on my chin, and it's black.
You're like a witch.
Yeah, it's my witchy hair.
I think that's great.
Speaking of looking really young, I have a black whisker that's growing out of my chin. At least it's not gray, I guess.
I mean, shit.
I don't know.
Dye it pink. You just rock that shit. Come into your witchiness.
Oh, gross. It's nasty.
Oh my God, I love it. Oh, sorry. We went on a tangent there. We were really, really laughing before we started recording about all this bullshit. I hope you guys are doing good.
I hope you guys don't have a black hair that's growing out of your chin.
I hope you do. You know what? Everybody, it's all beautiful. Embrace that shit. So what's going on today? Well, we have all kinds of stuff to talk about, but before we jump into it, let's see. I forgot we were recording a podcast for a second.
Same. Because I want to know. Oh, we don't have any business. I don't think it's always the same.
No, it's always the same. Go to the website.
Review. Yeah, whatever. Same thing.
DTFUpodcast.com.
Yeah. Oh, side note, we should put a little thing on there that's like leave us a review and it clicks to iTunes.
Oh God, smart.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay. I really want to know Baby Watch 2018. Where are we at? Because I had a nephew born this week.
Yay! That's so exciting.
Yeah, he's very cute. His name's Nelson, and he's so cute. And when I was typing the notes, I put a nephew, and I was like, that's funny because he's a new nephew. He's a nephew.
Oh, that is cute. He's a nephew.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so I'm just wondering, where's your kid? When's it coming? What's the deal right now?
Well, the due date's August 7th, so that's coming up soon. We're getting real close. We're recording this a little bit like ahead of schedule, so
just in case you have your
baby. In case. So who knows? Like this will come out, and maybe while I'm saying this, that you're hearing I'm having a baby. Who knows? Who knows?
Oh my God. Yeah,
but
we should tell everyone we're not going to stop releasing episodes even when you have a baby. We're trying to record some ahead of time, but yeah, just, we'll still give you updates and give you more current content. We might even just when the baby's born, we might just record an episode just about that.
Yeah.
So we probably will. I'm going to want to know about it, and we might as well record it for posterity.
For posterity, for sure.
And then the baby can listen to this episode about their birth, and it'll be so close to the birth, they'll get all the details, and it won't just be when I asked my mom the other day when I was born. She's like, I don't know, it was in the morning.
No, that's a good point. I think this is a good medium to kind of. Because I have been journaling, and that's just every now and then I'll talk about what week I am and what's happening, what's going on in the world, whatever. Oh. Because when I was born, my mom, she kept a baby book like that, and I had read it a while back. I found it in her drawer, and I was reading it, and she's talking about Russia and how fucking scared she is of nuclear war and shit.
Oh my God.
Because I was born in 1983, so that's that shit was real. That was Cold War was peaking, and it was wild. And just she was just talking about the current events, and I was just this is so cool to read this. On the day I was born, the number one song was "Islands in the Stream" by Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers.
Oh, good.
So yeah, it was. Oops, sorry. I just knocked everything over. Yeah, it was really cool to read that. So I'm glad that I want to have a digital recording and a physical recording of what was happening.
That's good
for him to read later. I think that's cool and important.
Oh, that's so nice. Okay,
so.
But also, what am I gonna be to your baby? I want a cool name. Am I other mother Nicole?
Sure. Whatever you want.
Oh, okay.
You could be your auntie Nicole.
Okay. Cute,
every
cute.
woman in this child's life he's surrounded by so much feminine energy and
good.
So many aunties.
Good.
He's gonna be really woke.
But what's gonna set me apart and make me special? Do you know what I mean?
The auntie of honor.
Yeah. How? Am I the grand auntie? The grantee?
Grantee? Oh, that's so cute.
That's cute. Or the best auntie, for best friends.
Yes.
Or something special. We'll noodle on it, but
yeah, we'll keep workshopping it. But
maybe I'll just be fucking Mac Attack. Why?
Head witch Mackie. I love it.
Do you see that black hair on her chin, child? She's magical. That's her powers.
Ask her if she'll grant you one wish.
have to pull the hair out to make the wish come true. Here's some tweezers.
He's like, Auntie Nicole. And you're like, what do you want, Keith?
I'm like, pull the hair out with the tweezers and make a wish, but don't tell anyone what it is.
Oh, shit.
Or it won't come true. Now burn the hair.
Like, we got to scare him early. Scare him early.
Okay, cool. That's
perfect.
Fun. And then when he grows up, he'll be like, that was fucking gross. That was just so you could have someone tweeze your hair. And I'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Duh, kid. Glad you finally caught up. Oh, shit. Yeah, you're the grand high witch of the aunties. I don't know.
I love it.
That's cool. All right. Anything fucked up for you this week?
No, I don't have anything.
All right.
Do you?
Not really. I mean, by the time this comes out, maybe. Well, I do have one thing that just happened today, and this is like going to be old news by the time this comes out. Yeah. But there is a boil water advisory for DC for like most of DC.
Oh no.
It's real bad.
What happened?
Something like there was some sort of valve that was like left sealed or something, which allows for like bacteria to get in possibly to the water system at a point at one of the filtration plants or something in the city. Ooh. So it affected like most of the city. And everybody's just like freaking out about it. And I'm sure it's fine, but like it's not a good look when the nation's capital has a massive warning for most of its residents to boil their water.
Oh my God.
I mean,
poopy
first
water.
First of all, I pay a shit ton of taxes. We don't have representation. And what's going on? Flint still doesn't have clean drinking water. What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
This is what happens when you don't invest in infrastructure. Shit like this happens more often.
Yeah.
And it's happening in the nation's capital, so that's fucked up. So,
well,
anyway.
Hopefully all the bad people in politics get diarrhea.
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm like, there's only one silver lining to this, is that some asshole in the house drinks this, drinks the water on accident and gets fucking diarrhea.
I mean, he doesn't read the news, so he'd probably just be like fucking drinking water while he's brushing his teeth with bubblegum toothpaste at night. Fucking getting diarrhea. He probably already has diarrhea all the time, I'm guessing.
I bet he does.
His diet's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Or he's constipated.
Okay. I think he's constipated.
Yeah.
Worse than diarrhea, in my opinion. I don't know.
I know. No, that's uncomfortable. At least diarrhea, you have a release.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well.
Anyway. Yeah, so that sucks. That's pretty weird.
Yeah.
Hope everybody stays diarrhea free.
Yeah. Well, speaking of diarrhea, this whole episode's a bunch of diarrhea, I feel like.
Yeah. A lot of caca.
Hashtag segue.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, there's so many layers to this that it's like dried poop, fresh poop. It's like a poop lasagna. I don't know. It's like pick the thing that is the shittiest to you, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we're gonna peel back the layers. It gets shittier as we dig
the strata of shit. So okay, and it's a fun one too. At the same time, it's fun. We both were just like, we could research this forever. It's so fun. We're talking about the megachurch that is soups popular right now.
Oh yeah.
Hillsong.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about this, but so many celebrities go there. But
so that's why it's so popular.
That's why it's so popular. But offline,
you probably didn't know the name of it though, but you've definitely heard.
I didn't.
Maybe seen some hints of it on Instagram by your favorite celeb.
Yeah. Because we've had this like kind of on the agenda for a while, but we've been talking. So always before an episode and always after, we're always chatting. And
Always.
and also on Mondays, when we have our like business meeting, our status, we're very profesh. We just go, okay, this is all the stuff we have to do this week, and then we just talk shit for like an hour.
Yeah.
Not like bad, but like just random stuff.
Yeah, because scheduling stuff takes like 5 minutes, but we have to like
the work takes 5 minutes.
Gotta shoot the shit.
Yeah, the fun takes the rest of the time. So well, we've been talking about Chris Pratt lately because he's been, I don't know how he keeps coming up, but whatever. He's like dating the Patrick Schwarzenegger's like daughter now, and that's kind of weird. So I think maybe we were talking about
whose daughter is it?
Patrick's. I think
that's her brother. Arnold.
Oh yeah,
Schwarzenegger,
Arnold. Okay, but we've been talking about him because he just seems like a real like
douche lord.
Yeah, he's Star-Lord, but also douche lord. But he just seems like
Star-Lord, but also douche lord.
He just seems like he's like really on a PR kick to like create an image that's like very wholesome after the divorce
for Jesus.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm like doing all these things, and oh, Jesus this, and he had that. Oh yeah, we first started talking about him because that MTV Awards speech.
Yeah, he accepted an award for a VMA, and he like gave some like very interesting speech. As his acceptance speech, like about how Jesus like is the best and like, whatever.
Yeah.
And it was like super weird. Everybody was just like, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like, glad you love the Lord. But it was just kind of out of left field, and some people were just like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Well, he's been attending this church, Hillsong, with some regularity. Along with a bunch of other celebrities, which we'll talk about. But it's interesting. So it's been in our kind of purview a little bit because of like recent things that have been happening. And then just the other day, Justin Bieber posted on Instagram that he's engaged to what's her name?
Hailey
Baldwin, who I always thought was the daughter of Alec Baldwin, but she's actually the lesser Baldwin's spawn.
Stephen Baldwin.
Yeah.
From Biodome? Is that the Baldwin from Biodome?
He's in Biodome?
What's the Baldwin in Biodome? There's like one in Biodome.
Billy Baldwin?
No, it's Stephen. Billy has dark hair.
I mean, I don't know what any of them look like.
Yeah, listen.
I know what Alec Baldwin looks like, but I don't know. I would not be able to tell you what the difference is between Billy Baldwin and Stephen Baldwin.
I know what they look like.
They both look like they got like the short end of the gene stick compared to Alec Baldwin, I think. Like they're just like not the upper echelon Baldwins. So
they're like the low class Baldwins.
You know how it's like the looks just kind of run out the younger they go. It happens. I don't know.
That's not true. Well, maybe, yeah. I was going to say that's not true like in the Kardashians, but kind of.
I think.
But then
who knows what any of them look like anymore?
Yeah, that's true. They all have the same face because they all have the same plastic surgeon. But this is. I was walking with Pete the other day, and we were talking about Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin. He's like, "What do you think it's like? Like, I feel bad for Justin Bieber marrying into Stephen Baldwin's family." I'm like, what? Like, what? Wait, what? What do you mean? Like, how do you know that's I was like, how does he know this is Stephen Baldwin's daughter?
He knows the nuance of the Baldwins. Yeah.
I was like, what is happening? And then I was like, I feel bad for her marrying into his family. Like,
oh, his family is a trash.
Oh my god.
God damn it. His dad is like a fucking Bud Light spokesperson. I don't even fucking know. know.
No, it's like Mike's Hard Lemonade, probably.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with Bud Light or Mike's Hard Lemonade, but goddamn.
No, he's probably like a fucking like Virginia Slims like spokesperson or something.
I don't know, man.
Some like or like a skull that like dip.
Oh yeah. Oh,
all of them.
God,
Probably
all of them. His family though. I don't even know. But yeah,
Yeah.
the spawn of the lesser Baldwin. And so, but they have been going to this church as well. And I think that's like kind of the impetus for I didn't even know they were together. Like, I thought that he and Selena Gomez got back together, which they did,
For like
but then they broke up again.
Yeah.
Which thank God, because
Poor her.
poor her. But then I had no idea they were dating each other, and they look kind of alike. They look similar.
That's not good.
Like, I think somebody did like a face swap of them, like walking
It's like
together.
the same, but the mustache
And it was like,
is on
wait.
the other one.
Like, you have to like look, like you have to like look really hard, and to see the flesh-colored facial hair, and
The
be like,
flesh
wait,
beard.
oh, it's a face swap. Okay.
The flesh stash.
Yeah, his like gross
Yeah.
face pubes. Anyway,
Well,
so that's why it's
yeah.
been really on our mind lately.
And
so,
this church, like, you'll see celebrities kind of like when Justin Bieber, I think it was last year when he like got in trouble when he was in China and he quit the rest of his tour. He like started going to this church pretty hardcore to like try and clean up his image. And I feel like a lot of celebrities probably like go there to try and maintain, you know, like it's probably a little bit of a PR thing, I'm guessing. And I feel like that's why Chris Pratt's been there.
I feel like too, you know, I don't have anything against this church, the church in general, like especially if you are kind of in a bad place. Like I think honestly it is good that Justin Bieber is getting his shit together. Like good that, you know, you kind of are having some guidance from a person that's not like on lean 24/7, you know, like or you're not just like pissing in a bucket to be an asshole.
Outside of Artichoke Pizza.
Yeah. Ooh. That was outside of Artichoke Pizza?
I think, or it was there. Yeah, it was like right there.
Oh my God, I love Artichoke Pizza.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know, but I just don't know what these people's like ulterior motives are too. So it's like I don't necessarily trust them any more than anyone in his entourage.
True.
Like just because they're into Jesus, it's like these people.
It's better than a lot of other things they could be doing.
Yeah,
though.
I guess. I guess they're like not meth dealers, so that's good.
Yeah. Fair. Like, I don't know. Who's to say? But yeah. So all these celebrities, though, as it turns out, are flocking to these churches, or to this specific church, Hillsong. And it's a mega church. And let's just like talk a little bit about the history of it, where it all started. It's a Pentecostal mega church. Technically started in 1977. Started in Sydney, Australia. And it was originally called the Sydney Life Center, and it was started by a man named Frank Houston. Then Frank had a son named Brian, who started his own branch of the church, like based on the same stuff. But he left the Sydney Life Center, started his own thing, and that became Hillsong. And he started that with his wife, Bobby Houston, in 1983. So Brian and Bobby Houston are the heads of Hillsong in Australia.
Bobby H?
Bobby H? Isn't that funny? Bobby Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. So as of 2017, according to the church, like attendance records, over 100,000 people attend services each week at the church or one of its 80 affiliated churches located worldwide. There's about 40,000 in Australia.
A week?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
Yeah. That's a lot of people. That's a week. That's a lot of fucking people.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's a mega church for a reason. And there's obviously, we have branches of the church here in the United States because, like, we love Australia. We are, like, cool.
Yeah.
Australia is, like, our drunk, crazy cousin. And they're like, come to church. Let's go. Jesus loves this. I don't know. That's the worst Australian accent of all time. Sorry, everybody.
It's not the worst, but it wasn't good.
No. It's hard.
Yeah,
Australian accents are hard.
Yeah. I always feel like I'm just being rude by like doing their accent. Like I just like, good day, mate. Like
Yeah,
I just like, that's not what we say. I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
It's rude. But yeah, there's multiple locations around the globe, not just in the United States. So Australia, Bali, Buenos Aires, Copenhagen, France, Germany, Israel, Kiev, LA, Moscow, Netherlands, New York City, Norway, Phoenix, Portugal, San Francisco, Sao Paulo, South Africa, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, and the UK. Mega.
That's
mega
fucking
church.
mega.
So mega. That's a lot. That's like it's fucking 19 countries, man.
Oh my god, so mega.
So mega. Yeah, they are everywhere. They are huge because they don't have, it doesn't sound like they have like fixed locations either.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy, but like their whole production value is like super high. So it's like, gets people amped up, you know?
Dude, yeah, because I was, okay, because I read an article, I can't remember which one it was, but it was like someone, you know, was like, what's Hillsong all about? I'm going to go. And they were in New York City, and they went to the Hillsong service. So it's like not, in some places it's not a church. It's like a service that they have at different locations because like sometimes they just like outgrow it so quickly. Like they couldn't accommodate everyone if it was still a church in New York City somewhere. So they have like fucking velvet ropes that you have to line up outside of the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Jesus.
That's where they have their services. And it makes sense that it's at like a music venue because their services are like fucking concerts.
Yeah, they are, part of their whole aesthetic is having like music is major part of this.
It's like and I watched like a little bit, and it's like preaching, like regular kind of preaching, like talky preaching. Only
they do like a sermon,
a sermon, but it's like intercut, like it's very like ADD in a way. It's like intercut with lots of songs that are like kind of young hip songs. It's very like Little Einstein meets Sister Act. Like it's like bouncy God. All around, like what's going on, can't keep my attention, or you know, like all, because it's for millennials, so it's like all over the place. And then it's like cool Christian rock songs, and I'm using the word cool very ironically.
Yeah. I mean, but they do have like some pretty like popular, I guess, like it sounds like pop music.
Yeah.
And they're the house bands or whatever are huge in the Christian like music world. So
we should just say now they have a fucking record label.
Yeah, they have an entire record label.
They have bands that are like signed to it, and one of the bands, the Hillsong, it's called Hillsong United. They went fucking double platinum. So
shit. That's
how big this shit is. Also, it's not these songs like the ones we used to sing at camp.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I'm not going to sing them. Lord, I love your name on high. Lord, I love to sing your praises. No, it's like cool. It's like jars of clay. Oh God.
Your face is so red right now. You're all I'm not going to sing the song. Lord, I lift your name.
I knew you'd love that.
I loved it.
Yeah, it's crazy though. It's like they pack these venues that are typically reserved for like huge concerts.
Yeah.
Like huge concerts.
Yeah. Like I saw fucking John Legend at the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Shit.
That's like a real act.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they need the room, but they don't have like these permanent spaces. So they can pack these already established big venues, which actually is super smart. When you say you're like at the Hammerstein Ballroom or whatever, that's like prestige. That's fucking cool.
Yeah. It definitely feels young and hip and like not churchy.
Yeah, it's like, for me, okay, when I go and see music live, that's church for me. Yeah. Like, that is, I feel like I'm having a religious experience when I see some music act that I really love.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like transcendent for, a lot of reasons. And this incorporates that whole experience in the way that you do when you go to church, too. Yeah. When you actually are at church. Yeah. So it's all the things at once. So it's like, it's a very powerful experience, I'm sure.
Well, music is also very effective for like spreading a message because you get like an earworm, you find yourself humming it, you remember the words. So it's like a good way to like spread a message, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, like when I go to like, I don't go to synagogue all the time.
Yeah.
But like when I do go to services, they like Jewish like Hebrew songs are like, I don't know what the fuck they're saying, but like, cause I didn't grow up in Judaism, but I'm Jewish now, but DJ, he'll be like, oh yeah, this is the banger. This is the club banger. And he like knows every fucking verse. And it's because when you go, you grow up with like, but these are like traditional songs and they're
not
fun.
Really bangers. Are they? He's just being
They're
funny.
kind of bangers. They're kind of fun.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, he's joking, but it's like, it's also like, they're fun.
They're like the part, I didn't go to church growing up, but I went to like if my grandma was babysitting us or whatever, we'd have to go to Catholic church with her. And that was always the best part was when people sang. Because it just was like, I would like look around at everyone and they're super into it and stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like this is like the fun part. Although the songs in Catholicism were very like depressing and like, the tones aren't very good. And but my grandma always liked singing and it was sweet. But anyway.
Yeah. But this is on a whole nother level. Like this is like fucking, the production value alone is insane.
Yeah.
There's all these celebrities that are going, and when you go, like, I was reading a lot of these articles too, where these like reporters or whatever would go to a service, and they are observing the people around them that are at the services, and like everybody is like super hip, super young, very cool, like outfits. It's like you're going to a fucking EDM concert or something.
Yes, yeah.
And, you might catch a glimpse of a celebrity, too.
Yeah.
And I think we'll specifically focus on the New York branch of Hillsong, just because that's where there is this pastor who heads up all the services where a majority of these celebrities go. And he is a fucking, like... he looks nothing like a pastor you've ever seen. He's kind of hot. He's kind of like, I don't know. I think he's kind of hot.
He's okay.
Like, have you heard him talk?
Yeah.
He's kind of got like that smooth, like not quite as twangy, but has that like same tone as Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah. Okay. I was trying to figure out what he sounded like because sometimes he's like very Southern, but sometimes he's like young and cool.
Yeah.
And you're right. I think it is like Matthew McConaughey. Like, his like Southern twang comes out sometimes.
Yeah. When he needs to get more folksy, which is like such a politician move.
Oh yeah. It's when he's preaching. Yeah. But not when he was talking to the person
like
interviewing
to the View.
Him. Yeah.
Uh-huh. So this guy, though, he is, his name is Carl Lentz.
Yeah.
And he is, he's young. I think he's like late 30s, not quite 40 yet.
Yeah.
And he dresses fucking cool. He's like got that streetwear style. He's like... And he's friends. He's like good friends with Justin Bieber.
That's who we were talking about, like being his like mentor earlier.
He's like, he's definitely mentored him through. I think they hooked up after Bieber kind of had a little meltdown situation when he canceled all his like the rest of his most recent tour, and started hitting up the church pretty heavily. And this guy Carl Lentz kind of took him under his wing.
Oh, I thought it was Pete Wentz.
Carl Lentz.
Oh yeah, Carl Lentz. Why doesn't he rebrand? Carl Lentz is not a good name, I don't think. I mean, it's fine for a name, but why doesn't he have one name? Like, I would like rebrand myself. Like, you know how Madonna has one name, or Seal?
Like Bono, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think he should just have one name. Or I feel like he should just change his name to Ed Hardy, because he gives me like very strong Ed Hardy vibes.
He's like the modern day Ed Hardy.
Yeah.
Like, if Ed Hardy would have ever evolved, that's what it would be.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He's like cooler than that. Like he's the epitome of like the streetwear style, like fucking.
But he wears
fashion.
cool stuff. But I don't think he's cool. I don't think, like, I listen to him talk, and I'm not like, he's cool. He doesn't have very many interesting things to say, in my opinion.
It's
but he
all,
dresses cool.
It's all the appearance.
Yeah.
So
fucking YSL shirts on stage and shit.
Yeah, like,
dude.
Designer clothing, like he's very put together.
Yeah.
Has a great Instagram presence, like all this shit. So yeah, he's a pastor.
Yeah.
So he looks nothing like, he has tattoos, everything, like the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
So he's definitely like looks very cool and progressive, but in this church, they do not, it's all very, very, they like take the Bible literally.
Yeah.
We'll get into like all the shitty stuff about it in a little bit, but for now we're just going to talk a little bit about this guy a little longer.
Yeah.
He's a mealy mouth motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
He's very wishy-washy when it comes to stuff like LGBTQ community. He'll say that all are welcome, and you know that the church accepts gay people like into the services. Like, of course, they're not going to turn anybody away.
Yeah.
But they don't believe that homosexuality is right. Like the lifestyle of him, like they believe it's a sin.
Yeah.
He's said like publicly about abortion that he doesn't want to, quote, cast any further shame or doubt on someone who's had an abortion, but still views abortion as a sin. So like, it's, you know.
Yeah. He's like straddling the line, I feel like.
Yeah. He walks the line really well. He's a politician in a lot of ways. But he has to, because he is the face of this church in a lot of ways.
Speaking of politicians, he on the down low has like met with the current administration.
I believe that.
Yeah, and he was like kind of weird about it, because obviously that's the thing. He's like trying to appeal to millennials, but he doesn't share the same ideals that millennials share. Millennials are very open and accepting of everyone, and embracing like, you know, a lot of the things that we're trying to make feel like more normal, like, you know, transgender and bisexual and all these things that like have been stigmatized, and they're really like embracing it, and they want truth and facts and openness and, you know, all these things, and he does not think of those things in a good light.
No, the church itself is, like I said, at the very top, a Pentecostal church.
Yeah.
It's one of the more, the core values of this church are some of the more conservative, evangelical core principles like that you'll find in Christianity.
But he like doesn't, you know, it's like you got to hide that part of it so that you can get more people in the doors, essentially.
Exactly. So when you see like a bunch of people lining up to come in the church that look like they're going to like a fucking, I don't know,
rave,
barista convention or something. I don't know. I don't know.
The fucking like, Electric Daisy Festival or whatever.
Yeah, like you're just like, oh, what's this cool thing that's happening? Is this like a LCD sound system concert? Like, what's happening? And it's like actually church. It seems that it's progressive, but it's definitely not. So, this is the thing to me that's the most disturbing. So this guy he doesn't have like that fire and brimstone kind of outward vibe.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to turn off the cool kids.
Yeah.
So, one of my favorite articles that I read in researching this was the GQ article. It's the calling him a hype priest, like a hype beast. Yeah. And it talks about how he uses like the street style kind of fashion and just like, you know, the Instagram kind of just cool, like low-key Jesus freak vibe to kind of lure in people to the church.
Yeah.
So they are definitely using that as like it's all marketing and branding, really.
Yeah. And like they're just like doing a really good job of leaning into reaching a young audience. Like 6.1 billion minutes of YouTube content from Hillsong was consumed last year.
Jesus Christ.
That's so much content. Like, but they're doing a good job of like, oh yeah, Instagram is hip and young. Let's do Instagram. Like this sort of fashion is hip and young. I'm going to wear this.
It's so, they're very savvy. Like,
yeah.
Figuring out what's the trends. How do we basically infiltrate the minds and the vibe of what's cool right now to get more people in the door.
Even just like how they like set up, like making like if you go to a service at the Hammerstein Ballroom, like it feels exclusive in a way, and it does feel like a concert. Like you're lining up, there's like cool people inside that are like volunteering, that are like helping you get to where you need to go. Like it just feels really cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
They get that. That's like like doing it for the gram kind of shit.
Yeah.
Is where a lot of like people who are of our generation are.
Yeah.
And they're meeting their market there. So they got it. They figured it out.
Oh yeah.
It's not this like Tammy Faye Baker hokey fucking shit anymore. They have evolved. This megachurch is smart as fuck. Yeah, so the whole like idea of them being just totally on this like branding scheme is very interesting because there's several different churches out there, not necessarily Hillsong or affiliated with Hillsong, that are literally identical. When I was looking into this, there's a couple, like when you go to their websites, the websites are identical. They're like the same scroll through, continuous scroll through websites. I swear to God, it's all done by the same webmaster. It's crazy. One of the websites is it's Vue. Or one of the churches is Vue, as in like the French word for we. Yeah. Like us, we. Yeah. And this church is headed by Rich and Don Scher. That's one. That's a name, Don Scher. Wilkerson, and this guy.
Oh my God.
Don Scher. DAWCHERE, like share as in like the French word for
oh my God
love. Yeah.
I was so confused for a second. I was like, wait, it's like I don't know. But then but this person's name is like their parents couldn't decide between Don and Our Lady Cher, so they just like made it one name.
Don Cher. Yeah.
It's so white trash.
Yeah. Oh my God. So Rich Wilkerson, though, is the pastor who officiated Kim and Kanye's wedding.
Oh.
And
where is this church? Sorry.
I think this one's maybe in Miami.
Oh, okay.
And he does guest sermons at Hillsong every now and then. And then there's another one called Pulse, which I was like telling some girlfriend. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a club name.
I know. The guy who started it, Nick Hall, he's like the founder and the head pastor. It was started in Minnesota. I was like telling some girlfriends I was doing this topic, and somebody's like, "Oh, my friend goes to this mega church that's kind of like the same thing." So I looked at their website, and it's identical to Vue and to Hillsong's website. But it started in Minnesota, so it's a little bit more dorky. But but he has like he wears like the flat bill caps and like has the like skinny jeans and the like jogger pants and shit like that. All these guys, they all look the same kind of street style wear. And then there's this other one called Zoe Church.
Yeah.
Zoe, as like the ZOE. And the head pastor there, his name is Chad Veach. And he, like, they book like the El Rey Theater and the Fonda Theater in LA. And yeah, because this is all located in LA. And he's also this Chad Veach guy is also friends with Justin Bieber. And
aren't these just the Hillsong chapters of these cities?
Mm-mm. They're different.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is separate. Like, it's like sort of loosely affiliated, but like it's different, sort of. So this Chad Veach guy is like a head pastor. I don't know, maybe they are, but it doesn't. They all of them do like guest speaking things with Hillsong.
It's almost
so
like,
maybe it is the same. I don't know.
I think it's like the same, but then like, oh yeah, I think there are like multiple ones, but I wonder if like Hillsong's like the umbrella, and then they all kind of like have their own slightly different thing.
I don't know.
It must all be the same.
Well, because I was like reading about it, and they may have like at one point been associated with Hillsong, but this guy Chad Veach, it's his own church, just like how Brian Houston left his father's church and started his own church kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
okay, yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So this guy Chad Veach, he is like identical to.
Yeah, it's the same shit.
He looks just like they are the same person. He looks just like Carl. What's his name? Carl Lentz.
Carl P. Lentz.
Yeah, like it's like all this generic like hipster dude.
Dude, that's crazy. There's so many of these, but you know what? That's like scary in a lot of ways for me personally, but also they're all making so much fucking money.
Dude, their branding, especially the Zoe Church one, is perfection.
Oh my God.
Their marketing department is great. It's so good.
Oh my God.
Like even their website is a little bit sharper than the other websites.
Really?
Actually.
Oh,
yeah.
It's LA. It has to be. It has to look good.
It is. It's amazing.
Dude, but the thing that's like kind of fucked up about these churches, or like Hillsong specifically, we'll go back, I guess, now to Hillsong a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to get into this like quick tangent of this like hipster pastor, hype priest kind of vibe. But yeah.
No, that there's a lot. Well, Hillsong's like influencing all of these. So there's all these other ones that are like maybe standalone ones that are kind of breaking off. None of them have the footprint of Hillsong, because that is, like we said earlier, like 19 countries or whatever. It's fucking everywhere, and they all can like pool their resources in certain ways, and they all have like, you know, it's more like a franchise. So it's like controlled, and they have a product that they put out, and it's like trusted and, you know, consistent throughout. And they're making so much money. So Hillsong has the record label, which on its own is wildly successful. They are raking in tens of millions of dollars, and it's a huge thing. Like they're huge in Christian rock, making a ton of money. But they also, so Hillsong is like also, side tangent, part of something called prosperity gospel, which in a nutshell is that idea that like if you
plant seeds.
Yeah, if you plant seeds that of prosperity, then you will be rewarded. Like God wants you to be wealthy in life, as you will be in heaven.
Yeah.
And so there's a quote from Brian Houston, the son of the founder of he's the founder of Hillsong, but like the son of the guy who like originally started it. And he said, if you believe in Jesus, and this was to a reporter in the Sydney Morning Herald in 2005, if you believe in Jesus, he will reward you here on earth as well as in heaven. Mm-hmm. So like they're saying, listen, you give the church money when the tithing bucket or what basket comes around, put money in it, you will be given that tenfold in life as up in heaven. Like there's a lot of churches that do this. Televangelists do this.
Every church does it.
Every church does this, but like there are mega churches that like ask you to send in money. John Oliver did this like whole it's such a good episode.
This specifically, this like prosperity kind of gospel is especially gross because of the leaders of the church they're taking that money and they're like buying private planes with it and shit.
Well, what do you think the Hillsong guys are doing? That fucking Pastor Lentz or whatever is wearing like Louis Vuitton Supreme collaboration shit on stage. That stuff is expensive. YSL t-shirts. A YSL t-shirt's probably like $200.
Yeah.
And he's wearing he drove, I think before he moved to New York, I read that he drove like a black Escalade. He is spending that money. He's getting paid very handsomely. And it's like, you know, it is kind of like, well, where do you blur the line between like he thinks he's a musician and being a pastor and living modestly, but like they don't think you need to live modestly. They think people with more spread more wealth. And it's like, okay, but like, are you, or are you buying fucking every sneaker that's like custom and like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny. So Post Malone, I don't know if you guys know who Post Malone is, but he's a white rapper who is friends with Justin Bieber, and he like did an interview where he was like being very critical of Hillsong and
really?
And was like he's like, I'm kind of worried about Justin Bieber right now. I think this like pastor is kind of like a fucking, you know,
nut,
con man or whatever. And he when you're like Post Malone and you're the fucking voice of reason, there's something wrong. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he was just saying, he's just like, I'm kind of worried about Justin Bieber. He's given the church so much money. And like, I think he like threw out like a ridiculous number that probably isn't true, but he said like, he's like, yeah, Justin Bieber's given Hillsong like $100 million or something.
What?
And yeah. And so Justin Bieber is like really, really in it though, is what it sounds like. And when Post Malone is concerned for you, there's a problem.
Does he have face tattoos?
Maybe. I mean,
he's a white rapper. That's enough.
Yeah. Very white. But anyway, sorry. That's if Post Malone's worried about you, something's not right. Well, and it's like these guys are these like hype priests or whatever. I just love this term so much. They're out there attracting. That's the goal, is to attract as many people, especially high end congregants, you know, so that you could get more money.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So that's crazy. They're making so much money.
Yeah, it's all fucked up. So we're realizing too that this is like, there's so much to this church, and we have so much more to tell you that we are going to have to continue on in another episode about it. It goes so deep, guys.
This is unprecedented in DTFU history. We've never gotten to a point where we're not even halfway through our notes and we're like, oh fuck, it's already been an hour.
It's an unplanned two-parter for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna have to pick this back up next week.
Yeah. What can they expect next week? Scandal.
Intrigue. Lots of gross stuff.
A stain on the church. A skid mark on the church.
This whole fucking shit, man. Their panties are big, and there's a big old skid mark in there. The panties stretch across the globe. I don't know.
Oh my God. Those are that's big old panties. And
I fucking hate the word panties so much. So much.
This isn't even
Chonies.
This isn't even a skin mark, you guys. Someone sharted.
Yeah. It's ruined.
It's ruined.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about all the scandals next week. But just to wrap up a little bit, I think it's important for you to know, like, all the celebrities that are going to
call them out, bitch. Call them out.
And I feel like if a lot of these celebrities knew how fucked up this church is, they probably wouldn't want to be a part of it anymore.
But who knows?
Who knows? I don't know. So obviously on the list is Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Number one. He's been in a million Instagrams, like paparazzi actually like camps out in front of the services to snap pics of some of the celebrities that are going to these services.
Yeah.
That's like how star-studded they are.
Well, and they like it like that because it's like, oh, and they were at church again. It's like, oh, how wholesome.
Like, get me on the gram with my Bible.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Hailey Baldwin, obviously. Kendall Jenner. Kylie Jenner. Let's see who else. Kourtney Kardashian.
Isn't it rumored, or I guess like, I don't know, is he gonna marry Justin Bieber and Hillary Baldwin? I think that's like, it's like not confirmed, but they've been
Hailey Baldwin.
Oh, what did I say, Hillary?
Yeah.
Because I also keep thinking Hilaria Baldwin, who's Alec Baldwin's wife. It's all very confusing.
Oh, God. Oh, my Lord.
I feel like I'm drunk or something today, but I'm not.
I know, because this is like so much.
Yeah.
Kourtney Kardashian, Nick Jonas, Selena Gomez, Haley Steinfeld, Anna Sophia Robb.
Wow.
Let's see who else. Vanessa Hudgens, Austin Butler. I don't know who that is, but I think he's dating Vanessa Hudgens.
Oh.
Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving.
Yikes.
Isn't he a flat earther? I think he's a flat earther.
Oh, I don't know. Is he a sports person?
Yeah, he's a basketball player. Plays for the Cavs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a couple other basketball players who go to the church. Carl Lentz has been snapped in a couple pics with like Jay-Z and like other celebrities. It's just like
Oprah. I saw him in a photo with Oprah. Yeah, that's bad.
Stay away, Oprah. No.
I know.
How dare he? But yeah, so just to give you an idea of just like how many, especially young celebrities there are that are going to the services on a regular basis at Hillsong. So thought that was interesting. But yeah, we're going to pick it back up next week and we're going to get into some of the real meat of the shittiness that the caca foundation, if you will.
It's slippery.
It's gross.
And it stinks. Like shit.
Caca is shit. Yeah. So yeah. That's it for now.
Yeah.
We gotta cut this off because there's too much.
There's too much. Follow us on social medias at DTFU Podcast on all the platforms: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We have a website, dtfupodcast.com.
I'm doing a guest sermon at no, I'm just kidding. At Hillsong Church.
Yeah. They're not going to invite her back. I'll tell you that. Leave us a review on iTunes. We've been getting such great reviews and ratings. Thank you guys, and it's very helpful to us.
Yes.
But like most importantly, tell a friend. If you like it, maybe your friend will like it. Have you told your best friend? Does your best friend listen? If they
spread the gospel.
Yeah, spread the gospel. Do we need to write a song so that you remember? Maybe we will, but not.
Dude, I lift your name on high. I don't know.
Dude, I love to sing your praises. I'm so happy. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you came to save us. He came from heaven above to show the way. I know all the words. Yeah, I went to Christian camp. I hated it.
All right. Well, sorry guys that this was like a little impromptu.
Yeah.
But we got some shit to talk about for next time.
We can't wait.
We'll hit you back then. Thanks for listening.
Bye. Oh, and be excellent.
Be excellent to each other and yourselves.
Yeah.
That was the baby.
Burping into the microphone. Oh, they're baby burps.
Yeah, baby burp.
Oh, blame it on the baby. That's crude.
Yeah. Well, sorry. They're gross.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
It's going to be such a bitch to edit.